Hi, Chef Tim Cloder here. I'm here at the Blodgett Kitchen, and I want to take you through the BCM, which is Blodgett Combi Manual. All the controls on our combis that have the BCM moniker are relatively operate all the same. So let me show you real quickly. This is the BCM Combi controller, and you can see it's as easy as turning this on off, and it's booting up right now, and it'll go into show mode in just a moment here. And there it is. I'm going to just hit the alarm key to kick that out of there. So you've got on off and then start stop. You've got your three different controls here: hot air, combi, steam. You have a vent and a fan mode here with 9 fan speeds. On this side over here I have temperature key, the timer key, a meat probe key, programmability, the different stages, there's 3, and then the alarm. Okay, let's get into a little bit of detail that'll help you better understand what this BCM appliance can do for you. As you saw here, we turn the unit on, and if we select hot air, it also defaults at 356. To set the temperature, I just want to set it for, say, 350, okay? And the timer, I just set it for 10 minutes. You just click it, set it, it'll flash. You want to press the button again, it locks it in. So 350 for 10 minutes on hot air, I can push start. This is in show mode, so it's showing that it's 73 degrees in here. And it's not going to go up to temperature because it is in show mode, but we're coming up to temperature. We're in hot air. You see the little buttons flashing here. I can adjust the fan speed from 100 all the way down to 20. So if you're cooking things very gently, that is huge. 9 different settings from 20 up to 100. The other cool thing is it has a vent for, you can open and release all the humidity. Great for intensifying the browning on anything that you want to cook. And what I really like about this unit, and very few units have this, is if you press and hold the manual steam key, you can have steam injection. And you can have as much steam injection as you want till your finger gets tired of holding the button. Okay, you're going to get plenty of steam in there. All right? In most cases, you only need 4 to 8 seconds for bread. But if you're basting, instead of opening the door and basting your poultry, you can hit steam injection. Okay? So that's what's special about the hot air mode. Now, as I select out of here, I'm going to come down to the combi mode because there's a lot more in there than just one item. So if I hit it once, it says Combi 1. Combi 1 works like any combi out there. It's 35% humidity at 350 degrees per se, and you're ready to go tackle whatever you got to cook. I hit it again, and now it gives me a second little light which says Combi 2. Combi 2 is for those times where you need about 60 to 80% humidity. Say you're going to do braised items, ossobuco, you're going to do a braised item that you're going to cook well done. The 60 to 80% humidity will continually add moisture, minimize the shrinkage, and help break down the tendons. Also, you know, if you're going to do potatoes and root vegetables, that higher humidity level will also work with that as well. And then if I hit the key one more time, I've got a reheating. It defaults at 284, and over the years of researching reheating food on plates and whatnot, I found that to be one of the best temperatures to work with, and it automatically puts in about 25% humidity. So whether I'm doing open-faced sandwiches, whether I'm doing rethermalized salmon or filet mignon on a plate with vegetable and starch, it'll rethermalize in about 12 minutes. If I'm doing trays or hotel pans of food, it may take anywhere from 18 to 20 for some of those items. But it's built in as standard. So the one key, let's review that. Hit it once, I get Combi 1. Hit it twice, I get Combi 2 at about 60 to 80%. Hit it a third time, I get reheating. Standard, built in, 25% humidity. This is brilliant. Now if I go down to the steam mode, what I love about this particular appliance is it not only gives me steam at 212, I can lower the temperature down to 86 degrees. Between 86 and say 100 degrees is perfect for proofing breads, okay? A lot of units don't do this. I can hit the temperature key and I can bring it up to, say, about 138 degrees. A lot of chefs are doing vacuum sealed or sous vide foods in here, lower temperature, longer cook time, perfect with this unit, perfect for sous vide. And then of course I can go up to 212 degrees, and anything that you want to blanch, It's like cooking in boiling water constant, except I'm getting 6, 10, 20, or 40 pans at a time, blanched in minutes, okay? And then lastly, I can take the temperature key in the steam mode for steaming, 248 degrees, much like braising in the Combi 2 mode, 248 degrees of steam, but 100% humidity coming in all the time. Really accelerates the cooking process for root vegetables, for briskets, for any type of roast that you want to do that you're going to thoroughly cook well done. So the 248 degrees there is the max temperature in that steam mode. So you have a lot of choices here culinarily to work with, from hot air, Combi, reheat, Combi 1, Combi 2, and then steam from as low as 86 degrees all the way up to 248. That is horsepower right there. Of course, your vent to release steam, your 9 fan speeds, okay, just by turning the central dial, you can adjust that. And then lastly, when we're in, say, the Combi mode, let me get out of there, and there. So I can go into Combi mode and I can use the probe, set it for 165. It's detachable. So I can put this into my roast on the table, bring it in, set it inside the Combi, plug it in, and I'm ready to go. You're not going to lose it or break it, okay? That's the set temperature. As soon as it hits that temperature, it's done. So the meat probe is a great feature on this unit, all right? Now lastly, what I want to show you, when you see an error 8, that means that you've got the meat probe in and it's not plugged in. So as soon as you plug it in, don't freak out, it'll go away, okay? Now just set the temperature that you want the probe at, 165, and away that goes, okay? So don't be alarmed if you see an error code. You just look on your sheet to see what the error means and you're good to go. Okay, there's 2 things I want to show you about programming. First one is selecting it, and then one is writing your own program. It couldn't be any easier. Just hit the program key and turn the dial to the menu item that you want to cook, for example, cookies, and then push the start key. It's that easy. Now, I want to show you the second thing, which is I want you to be able to program your own stages and steps with this, and let me show you that. Let me cancel that out. So we'll go to Program, we select the key, and we just turn the dial till we find an empty spot. P4 is open. So I'm going to say, let's do cake. So I'm going to hold the key down, and it gives me an alphabet, pretty much like saving a name to your phone. Okay, we're going to go with cake. There's a C. Now I need an A. And you've got numbers and the entire alphabet here to work with. CA, I need a K now. And you can turn the dial quickly. IK. And then I need an E. So let's turn. There we go. There's my cake. And oops, I'll skip a spot. And we'll make this cake number 1. And then I hold it down to save that. All right, so I save the name Cake 1 in slot number 4. So now I want to actually write the recipe. And in writing the recipes, I have 3 stages available to me, which is really something special because you can do some unique things with it. And let me show you what we can do. All right, now we're going to go to the stage 1. And we'll set it for 350 for 7 minutes, okay? And then we can go to stage 2, 350, 7 minutes. Now here, we activated the vent to release humidity, and we also put the fan speed at 50%, okay? And it's important, see that flashing right there? You want to hit it to make sure you lock that in. And then the last stage is stage 3, 350, another 7 minutes, and let everything default as it would normally be, and finish the baking process. Now to save that, I just hold the program key down for, there it is, it's saved, less than 2 seconds. Now your recipe is in, so I can turn the dial back to the items, go to cake number 1 and hit start. 3-stage recipe. Now let me explain a little bit what we did in that 3 stages. First stage, we set the cake up and the fan's going at full fan speed, 7 minutes. The second stage, I reduced the fan speed and opened the vent So if the cake comes up very quickly and you start to create steam in the cake, it can be released gently without getting what I call cone heads to the left or cone heads to the right. It'll cook and come up nice and even. We have an auto-reversing fan, so by reducing the fan speed, it makes the airflow gentle so you don't have any of those volcanoes and explosions in your cakes or in your muffins. And then the last stage is another 7 minutes. It'll just finish the cake and finish baking it off, and you'll get a perfect cake every time. You can always use that formula. 1/3 full fan speed, 1/3 at 50%, open the vent, and then 1/3 full fan speed to finish off your baked items. And now it's locked into your programming. So now you can select programming anytime you want, and you can write your own recipes. Really cool. Okay, now it's time to clean your combi, but before you can, you've got to set it up. We've got these red tubes that goes into the oven cleaner and the blue tube that goes into the rinse aid, which deactivates the causticity of the oven cleaner. Now what's cool about the BCM, it's one of the only combis on the market that are manual that have the ability to have self-cleaning, all right? So when you set this up, you'll put it on the shelf below, you'll secure it. Please always use gloves and safety materials and glasses when you're handling this material. And then it'll be hooked into the back, and that's all you have to do. Then it's always going to be ready for you. Then I'm going to show you exactly how to activate it. So for cleaning, all we have to do is press the program key and then just turn the dial to Combi Wash, okay? And then you actually have 5 levels of cleaning. 0 for a 2-minute rinse. Stage 1 is a 45-minute clean cycle. Stage 2 is a 101-minute clean cycle. Stage 3 is 151-minute clean cycle, and the 4th stage is 200 or 2 hours and 40-minute clean cycle, and all you have to do is press start and go home. It does the rest on its own. So now that you have had a chance to see the control panel for the BCM Combi, you can see all the things that it can do. This is one of the best combis on the market for the ability to be able to have manual control, self-cleaning, some programmability. And now even for deliming, it's as simple as checking the program key, turning to delime, hitting the button and going home. So if you purchase this BCM Combi, you're going to get years of profit, labor savings, time savings, and really high quality food. It's one of the easiest combis on the market today, and it actually cleans itself and delimes itself. You made a really good decision.